Hello everyone, this is Lilian Silva. I'm the Forage specialist for Clemson Universe, and you cannot see my face right now, but I'm pointing on a part of the field here that we have more openings, so you can see how the areas, the open spaces, for example, where I'm pointing here with my boot, the open spaces that we have in some of these patches. And then we do have only weeds growing up right now. This is a Bermuda grass field, so we would not expect to have Bermuda grass growing right now. The Bermuda grass plants were these ones here that are dead, so these plants are dormant right now. Something that I wanted to point out is that in our case here, I chose this patch just because I knew that this was an area that we had more weeds last year, and when we controlled the weeds, the field did not fill up at that point anymore. So this is the reason that I chose this one just as an example. But the point that I want to make here is that right now it's the time that you should be going around your fields to check weeds species that are coming up, so you can get ahead of your weed control plan. But also that we do need to be checking, especially this year with the colder weather that we had, with a combination that some of our producers, I know last year was more difficult to be able to meet the regular fertilization management that you all were doing. So some of you had to cut on the fertilizer rates, or even did not put any fertilizer on your fields last year. And whether if you're grazing or cutting those fields, we do need to be checking how these plants will come back this year after the colder weather, associated with the management that you are doing in terms of the grazing or cutting, and the fertilizer rates that you put or not last year. These will be important to check because some years we start seeing some open spaces on the field that's usually associated with having those plants facing some challenges. Could be the weather, just that some plants will not be able to undergo those colder temperatures as well as in other years. But also the nutrients that we're putting there, especially potassium, and for Bermuda grass, and also the management, the height and the frequency that you're cutting or grazing those fields were important things that would determine the ability of those plants to accumulate energy to go dormant during these months and then come back in spring. So this is just a reminder. Go check your fields, go walk around, take a look what's happening. I know it's only January. We're not supposed to have any growth over next month still or so here on the southern part of the state, but it's so important for you to go check and see and get ahead of especially the weeds right now. You can see how much we already have growth here, so it's important to make some notes and make your plan.